Hi again, everyone. It's Danielle Rapolo from your Spa Performance Department here at Planet Beach's headquarters. And today, what I'm going to provide to you is a brief tutorial on how to go through a pre-opening accountability report as well as a post-shift daily accountability report as well. Now, this tool is to be used whenever you communicate with your spa director every day regarding the different goals that are set for your spa. These reports are also available on Orion, of course, in a spa performance folder. And before you can perform any of these different accountability reports, the one common denominator throughout all of this is your daily goals have got to be set and in place in order to complete this correctly with your spa directors. And spa directors, you are to complete this as an accountability tool with your franchisees. However, you'll also do this for your spa consultants as they come in for their shifts so that they fully understand and are fully aware their responsibilities and their duties and just basically their overall responsibility to hitting that spa goal for that day based on the hours that they work. Now, again, if you have not put any daily goals in place, this is going to be much more difficult to fill out. So be sure that you have taken the updated daily game plan tutorial that was provided to you last week in our Spa Performance newsletter. If you've not taken that, then please do so immediately so that you can fully understand how to fill out the daily game plan accurately as well. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started with this, and I'm going to do a mock pre-opening accountability report with a franchisee and spa director. Now, this accountability report is to be done before your initial call or meeting or email, whatever form of communication that you have with your spa director for the day. This is done whenever it's before open. So right before your call or your email or your meeting, you'll review the goals with your spa director, and it's a tool to ensure that each employee is following the daily marketing checklist as well. So as you see in the report, it asks for the day's date. And so I'm going to go ahead and type here just because I can't write on these. And after we put today's date in here, today's goals are going to be discussed. Franchisee needs to factor in the show rate and the closing rate of the spa to decide what the amount of appointments and hosted consultation the spa needs to hit the daily membership goal. If I am the franchisee, I'll ask my spa director, based on month-to-date performance, we have blank amount in EFT increase left for the month, which equals blank amount of memberships. So since across the board we recommend that you do $2,500 a month in EFT increase after factoring in retention, we'll just say that if it's the 2nd of September and I've already got one membership sold from yesterday, of course yesterday was Labor Day, but we'll pretend that it was a business day, and that one membership put me to $2,411. From the one membership, this is what my difference is on my EFT increase goal. We have blank amount of days left in the month, including today. Well, that would be 28, which means today's amount in EFT increase is, what you do is you would take that remaining balance, you would divide it by the number of days left, and you would put that number here, which is about $84. And that equals, depending on the memberships you sell in your spa, 1 or 2. Mainly 1 because hopefully you're shooting for that gold or titanium membership. So my appointment goal for the spa overall is 12 for the day. So the franchisee would ask, what is your red appointment goal? And what's your consultation goal? If I have 12 red appointments booked, well, my goal is to make sure that I have at least 6 consultations set and in place where we actually sit down with a customer. To sell the memberships, my membership goal would then be 2. And here it explains you need to calculate the retail goal based on month-to-date production and divide that into the numbers of days left in the month. This is if you're not using the daily game plan, which again, I'm going to stress. If you aren't, it's going to make these accountability reports that you do each morning more lengthy. So please use those daily game plans because those are pre-formulated and you just plug in a little bit of information and it just divides it out for you. So the daily game plan reads to me that my amount left in the days of the month would be 131.79. And then it's asking the same for membership cash goal. Again, if you aren't using the daily game plan, then you would not know what these numbers are unless you do physically do the math, which is very time consuming. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the number that I'd gotten from doing my calculations in the daily game plan for my membership cash goal. And then I'm going to tell my franchisee that I need to sell, not I, but the spa has to bring in $116.38 for the day for membership cash. So now we go on to red appointments. How many red appointments are on the book for today spa-wide? So how many red appointments are showing up on the appointment book at this time before the day had started in doing any prospecting efforts to book any more? So I'll just say that I have about 10 so far. Based on the amount of current amount of red appointments on today's book, we need an additional, well, the minimum is 12 per day across the board anyway. So I would just need then only 2 new red appointments to come in order to close my goal of 2 memberships. Then you want to ask your spa director, what are you going to do to ensure that we solidify your 2 more appointments today? Ask them what their efforts are. How do you plan on doing so? If I'm the spa director, I'm going to answer, I will send some emails out to former or expired paid in full and session customers. And I'm also going to give spa consultants on shift today an extra hour to be on phones. And that's what I'll communicate to the franchisee if I was a spa director, so that my franchisee knows what efforts I'm going to take in order to make sure I get those 2 extra red appointments a day. Any other further notes you can write in here, or franchisees, if you're performing these accountability reports face-to-face or over the phone, and you're the one using this checklist, you'll just provide any other further notes that your spa director is giving you. Spa directors, if you're actually doing this while on the phone with them, you'll fill out any extra notes as well on your end before you save this for your daily, just basic daily records and file keeping for the day. So franchisees, what you want to do is you want to provide ideas for the spa director on how to produce more appointments, if none. If none, have the spa director contact your performance representative for ideas and assistance, which would be myself, Lindsay, or Logan. And so here would be the time where if they said they don't know, what are you going to do to solidify 2 more appointments today? Oh, I have no idea. Do you have any ideas of your own? Or, well, I've been using this method and it hasn't really been working. Now would be the perfect time as the franchisee to provide these ideas. Have you contacted your B2B partners lately? Have you gone through any of the different members that are in the spa to ask them if, have they done the Enter to Win campaign, where they would need to provide any names, numbers, and email addresses to you, and so on and so forth. Sometimes, spa directors have a lot on their plate, and they just can't seem to remember exactly all these little tricks of the trade, and sometimes they just need that little refreshing boost or something to kind of remind them. So now would be the time where you would provide those ideas and the motivation and assistance. So how many appointments are scheduled for the remaining days this week? The goal is to move blank from these days today. So as the franchisee, you're asking the spa director, what about the rest of the week? Tell me what we look like for the rest of the week. How many red appointments do we have total? Well, if my franchisee was asking me on the different red appointments for the rest of the week, I would probably say that maybe there is, let's just say there's 32. That's a good round number. So for the rest of the week, I'm noticing that we have 32 red appointments set. So now's a really good time to talk to your spa director and talk about moving some of those that are later on in the week, incentivize them to move up. And in doing so, offer them something to move those appointments up, so that way we have more people coming in the door. If you have a ton of people coming in on a Friday, but not that many coming in on Wednesday, it may be great for more reasons than one, obviously, to get them in the door and get them using services sooner and hopefully make them a member, but really to clear your schedules for spa service usage. You know, there's going to be a lot of people coming in and out on Friday. If we can alleviate that traffic as much as possible as well, that's also another perk. So if there's 32 and the franchisee wants to discuss moving a couple of people up, well then let's see about moving 8 of these, you know, from Friday to Wednesday. 8 is a pretty good number, and it goes a very long way whenever you're booked back to back, definitely, especially closer to the weekend. Here's a little tip here on what you can offer. If you don't have that, if you don't have any ideas, again, contact anybody from your spa performance department or your regional performance consultant if you do have a regional developer. But offer them something. Give them a BOGO. You should definitely plan out what the incentive should be before we even start. That way you can provide that to the spa director. What I'm going to say is, if I'm a spa director and my franchisee asks me, I will go ahead and say I'm going to do the Enter to Win campaign, as well as the, let's say, free product. Yeah, free products. Lip balm, and maybe an eye mask. Something with, you know, that'll allow me to do that based on the profitability. Or the profit margins, I'm sorry. And then lastly, I think I will even incorporate some BOGO deals on spa service bundles to incentivize them into moving in and coming in there sooner. So the franchisee then asked, do you feel comfortable that blank amount of new memberships will be sold? The goal for the day, which obviously my goal for the day is 2. If you schedule a total of 12 red appointments and host, let's say, oh no, we're going to add in the 8 appointments. So total of 20, because what I did was I took my existing 12 and I added 8 from moving them from later on in the week to now. So that would be a higher amount here. If I scheduled 20 red appointments and hosted 12 consultations, would I be able to hit 3 memberships? So you want to ask your spa director this and get her response. If no, you want to hear why and provide any assistance, feedback, motivation, tips from there. How's the retail goal of blank going to be hit? Well, our retail goal was $131.79. And what I'm going to tell my franchisee is I'm going to bundle products as a starter kit for new members to purchase when becoming members with their initial 20% off retail coupon. So what I'm going to tell my franchisee is, for these new members that are coming in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bundle a bunch of different products, and again, keeping the profit margins in the back of my head so that I know what I can and cannot discount. And I'm going to put it all together in a bundle and call it a starter kit or a get started kit, and I'm going to incentivize the members to getting that because of the already savings that they're getting by getting them bundled, but also the 20% off of retail for becoming a member that day. So that's what I'm going to tell her that I'm going to have my staff do whenever they're trying to close those 3 EFT members. Again, you'll provide ideas for the spa director on how to produce and hit the retail goal for the day. If you have any other ideas, provide them to your spa director as well so that they can make note of that and provide those same tips to the staff. So now we have 3 employees scheduled for the shift today. So franchisee will ask who's on shift. There's going to be 3 of them. It's going to be Sarah, Rachel, and Amy, just because I felt like those names came to my mind just now. So we're going to go with that. The different retail goals for every different employee will vary based on the number of hours that they work. So again, without the daily game plan used, you're not going to know this unless you take the time, which will take 3 times longer for you to calculate based on the hours that each individual consultant's working. So whenever you come across this and you're talking to your spa director, you want them to be able to rattle off the information that's on that daily game plan so that they know exactly how to manage based on the hours of each of those employees coming in. So there is no set goal for each employee coming in for that day because they won't be held as accountable to the goal if they're working less hours. So remembering that and using the daily game plan is what's going to get you through this part here. So it's not going to be each employee's goal. What you're going to want to do here is when you're talking about the amount of employees scheduled on the shift today, what's their retail goals? This is when myself as a spa director will say, Sarah is 6 hours today. So she's responsible for $43.93 of the overall retail goal. Rachel is responsible for $58.57 of goal. And Amy is responsible for $18.48 of the overall goal. You're going to want to do the same thing for the membership cash goal by repeating everything we just did here for retail down here in the mem cash. Provide ideas on how they can hit their membership cash goal. And also, the best way to do this is enrollment fees. Use enrollment fees to your advantage. If our membership cash goal is $116.38, divided among the staff of 3 people with these different hours, the enrollment fee across the board, as you know, is $99. So do different enrollment. So just say, 50% off enrollment dues to members if they sign up today, because that would ultimately be a little over 2 memberships, 3 memberships, which is your 3 memberships right then and there, and that's not including anybody coming in to purchase anything, any type of bundles or sessions or paid in fulls. So provide different ideas though. I just threw out there as if I were a franchisee, I would say do the 50% off of enrollment. And that should be okay if everybody does that for us to hit our 116 goal. And if not, hey, do different. Again, BOGO always works great with our members and our customers that visit our locations. So we're doing BOGO deals, buy 2, get 1 free of Sunless, or buy 2 spa services, get 1 free spa service, things like that. That way it can incentivize the staff and boost them to hitting that goal. So what is the amount of existing members with appointments today? This question you'll ask your spa director, how many people already are on the books that are existing members. So I'm just going to say 7 members, and the day has not started yet, but there were 7 members that have called either the previous day or scheduled their appointments when they left the previous day or whatnot. So there's 7 members on the books today with blank amount of existing members. So 7. We need to sell blank amount of retail daily specials today. Well, once you analyze the different staff's goals for retail, you'll be able to come up with a number for this based on how you are to goal. I like to go with a typical $20 amount of retail daily specials for members that come in. And that's basically talk to your members, upsell your members, talk to them about their products, how they're enjoying them, if they're using the other product that coincides with the current product that they're using because, oh my gosh, it's so amazing and it'll do such great wonders for you. Do they have eyewear with them? Are they using a facial product when using UV services and things like that? So that's what the retail daily specials are. So just remember when you are discussing this, it's talking to existing members about retail and getting upsell from them as well and how you're going to do that. That leads me into the next question. What's going to be the question leading into this retail daily special? Ensure that the question's asked to each member today because blank needs to be sold. Each employee needs to know this question. $20 per staff member needs to be sold for the retail daily special. So you need to come up with, what is going to be the question that leads you into hitting that goal of the retail daily special. And what you want to do is, this is the part where, if you want to take the notes for that, we can say, let's say it's 20 here. Spa director's response was, they'll look under the purchase history of each member coming in at least 5 minutes before they show to research and be able to consult on how their progress is coming along with using their current product most recently purchased, and discuss other products that can expedite and enhance quicker results. So as a spa director, I'm going to tell my franchisee that I'm going to make sure that each of them look at the books, see what time the members are coming in, take 5 minutes to dig around in their recent purchase history and see exactly what products they have purchased in the past so that they can use it as a tool to guide them along the way of striking up a conversation. Like, oh, hi, I noticed that you've used the Enhance this entire time when going into the Slim Pod. Let's, are you using that currently with the PB Heat, or are you using those one at a time? Oh, you don't have PB Heat. Well, you knew that already going into it because you researched it. But again, that's how you approach the conversation. Oh my gosh, I was only using Enhance too, but when I started using the both of them in the actual Slim capsule, I started seeing way more calories falling off of me a lot quicker. It was awesome. It was amazing. And that's something else that you want to maybe provide to your spa director if you're a franchisee, or if you're a spa director, you may want to let your franchisee know using positive power words such as awesome, amazing, love. You're going to love this. It's awesome, it's amazing, and so on and so forth whenever you are discussing retail products with them. And also, we're going to use personal experiences as well. Personal experiences are obviously, as you know, the best testimonial. I did it myself, and oh my gosh, let me tell you all about it. It was awesome. I loved it. It was amazing. And that's also going to help the franchisee know and understand that you actually have a game plan in place on how to hit this goal. Lastly, what you'll want to do, obviously, is review SWELL. And as you know, SWELL is smile, welcome, enthusiasm, learn, name, and listen. So that is what the pre-opening accountability report is. Franchisees, you're to do this daily with your spa directors, again, via phone, email, face-to-face meeting, video, Skype, however you'd like to do it. If you can speak live, that's the best way to do this, obviously. And each day you want to keep record of this, whether you have a binder, if you're a spa director and you have a management binder, use that and save this every single day. Franchisees, it'd be best if you had a management binder for their accountability to perform this, take your notes, and put them in there daily. Great tool to hold accountable, not to mention great human resources tool as well. And so after you're done your accountability report with your spa directors, you are then to perform the same thing with each individual spa consultant that comes in for their shift for that day. Again, using the daily game plan will be the only way that you'll properly be able to fill this out quickly and accurately and to the point. So you're to do this and do the same thing for their binders and keep a management tracking of this daily for each consultant that comes in, consulting them how to hit the goal and explaining them, here's what you are here's your accountability to the goal for the day. You're 44% responsible and you only have to sell X amount of dollars here and there. This is also going to help as well the way the franchisee helped you as a spa director in providing tips on how to hit those different goals. So that's that. And then there is the post-shift daily accountability report. A much quicker, much easier. You give a recap and you discuss at the end of the day. You will talk to your franchisee, whether it's via phone, email, Skype, video chat, however you guys choose to discuss this. But you recap the day. And so it's really simple. Did you hit the goal? Yes, I did hit the goal for retail. I did not hit the goal for Memcash because I wasn't able to collect any enrollment fees, and I'm very upset about that. EFT increase goal hit. Yes, that is a big yes. Amount of memberships sold is, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be amazing and say that I sold 2. The net selling price of those, I'm going to say we sold gold memberships. Did we hit our scheduled red appointment goal? Absolutely we did. Okay, how many did you host? Well, no, I didn't hit the hosting goal because we had 4 no-shows. But that's okay because they rescheduled and we called and some things came up, but they did reschedule with us for later dates. Was the prospecting goal hit for the day? We'll go ahead and say yes for that. Amount of new appointments made spa-wide based on, let's just say there were 3 consultants working that day. 18 red appointments were scheduled spa-wide across the board for over the next week. Were the missed red appointments called and rescheduled from the day before? Yep, they sure were. If any goals were not met or exceeded, discuss why so that the spa director will know what to do to change it for tomorrow. What's the number of red appointments booked for tomorrow? So far I have 14, which exceeds my daily minimum of 12. And I say minimum because we want more than 12, obviously, but the minimum to be able to stay afloat and keep a good EFT increase is 12. So the membership cash daily special for tomorrow will be what? Discuss that with your spa director and vice versa. And I'm going to explain that I didn't hit mem cash goal due to overcoming objections with dropping enrollment fees altogether. I didn't hit consultation goal due to no shows. However, all 4 were contacted and rescheduled for later dates this week. Now, when you discuss this and you take these notes, franchisees, when you talk about this, well, you'll know, obviously, this is a training opportunity. That's what these are all about, not just accountabilities, but this is training opportunities for you to see, okay, my staff did not hit their Memcash goal because they thought that in order to get the membership sale that they needed to drop sell by waiving enrollment dues altogether. Looks like I, as a franchisee, if I were in this situation, I know that my next staff meeting, my next training is going to be about overcoming objections so that they don't feel inconfident enough to try and still collect some type of enrollment. It's a confidence issue, and I know that that's something I'll tackle as a franchisee on my next staff training. Consultation goal wasn't hit because there were no shows. However, 4 were contacted and rescheduled for later dates. Well, I'm not so upset as a franchisee because all 4 that did not show did answer and did reschedule. However, what I want to do is make sure, is my spa director really holding my staff accountable when it comes to confirming appointments to come in the next day? Is it really taking place? If so, are they using a script? Are they winging it? What's going on? Because this could be due to a poor efforts to confirming the red appointments. So I'm going to dissect and dig deep into that if I'm a franchisee there. So each day, that's it. The pre and post shift daily accountability reports are to be done between franchisee and spa director. And spa directors, you're to do this between yourself and your spa consultants that you hold accountable. If you have any questions on how to fill this out, you can contact your regional performance consultant, either in-house here or if you have a regional developer. I'll be more than happy to go through it with you. Again, you will need to complete the daily game plan, which is another document available on Orion. And if you need somebody to send it to you, contact us. We'll be more than happy to do so in order for you to be able to do these reports daily. Once you do this, you'll be able to get a better understanding of what's going on in your spas. You'll have better communications between yourself and your spa directors, and spa directors with yourself and your consultants as well. And you'll be able to take on hitting your goals, and not just hitting them, but exceeding them daily quite more frequently. So thank you so much for attending the tutorial. I am happy that you were able to take the time out to read through this. And again, please feel free to contact us if you have any other questions. Thank you.